Cheers. How are you guys doing today? Well, there's been breaking news about the laundries. I've got it on my phone so I can read it off to you, but it's basically what we all expected. They knew what Brian did. So, JB Buno, breaking. Brian Laundrie told his parents that he murdered Gabby Petito the day after her death. That long. Also alleges Petito family in the lawsuit against the Laundries. Roberta Laundrie chose to start blocking phone calls from the Petitos and also blocked her on all social media. Remember that camping trip that they went on just after? Yeah, they knew. And the story is that they were trying to gather money to get him out of the country, as we all suspected. It says Laundrie took responsibility for the death of his fiancée, 22-year-old Gabby Petito. It is so strange to be back here again. Wow. In a written statement, investigators found in his notebook, according to the FBI in Denver, which laid out the final investigative findings in the case. Investigators found the remains, later confirmed to be Mr. Laundrie's, along with a backpack, a notepad, and a revolver, the FBI said. Petito and Laundrie, as we know, they set out for their holiday trip or their trip, and he was back by September 1st. They're thinking that he killed her basically after they got back from Moab on the 17th. Laundrie was never charged in connection with the death. Federal agents issued an arrest warrant on the 23-year-old back in September, if you remember, because he was that was going to be for taking out her money using her debit card. Wow. Good Lord. They also proved that it was Brian that was sending all of those messages. Do you remember? I think he said something about Stig, which is her grandfather's first name. I think that might actually have been a screw up. So Laundrie returned home without Petito on September 1st in the Ford van the couple took on their trip. Petito's parents had a funeral for her in New York on September 26th. So sad. Let's see here. This just came out, so I'm even shaking. I'm like, unreal. It's about time. But I do believe that they are asking for something along the lines of $100,000 for the heartache and stress that they had to go to, because these guys are not cool. Yeah, suing the parents. According to the lawsuit, Roberta Laundrie knew their son had murdered Gabby and believed they were in the process of helping him leave the country. The documents also mentioned Gabby's autopsy that revealed she'd suffered blunt force injuries to her head and neck. And then she was strangled. The lawsuit filed by Gabby's dad. Sorry about let's see, is that any better? So Joseph Petito is, of course, the dad, and her mom, Nicole Schmidt, claim after Brian used Gabby's phone to send text messages, making it sound like she was still alive. Gabby's parents say in one of the texts allegedly sent to the Schmidt by Laundrie from Gabby's phone, and this is where he referred to Gabby's grandfather as Stan, which is something Gabby would never have done. Lawsuit also claims Brian was using Gabby's phone until at least August 30th, 3 days after he had killed her, to communicate with the Schmidt family, saying that there was poor cell service in Yosemite. I'm sure you remember that. Like, it's okay. What's more, Gabby's parents say they believe on August 28th, a day before she was killed, that Brian told his parents, 28th, a day after she was killed, that he contacted his parents and told them what happened. The lawsuit also alleges it was the same day that the Laundries contacted an attorney. Gabby's parents say prior to her disappearance, they had a pleasant relationship with Laundries, but as the situation got worse, Brian's mom allegedly blocked Gabby's mom on the cell phone as well as her Facebook account. Who does this? Who does this? Oh my God, these people. Like, they're horrible. They're horrible humans, plain and simple. Yeah, I'm even shaking. It just, these people. Okay, when the documents don't go into detail on exactly how they read. Christopher Laundrie and Roberta Laundrie were keeping the whereabouts of Brian a secret. Yeah, all that money spent going all over the place. I can't remember, like 100,000 or so per day, more even. Christopher Laundrie and Roberta Laundrie were keeping the whereabouts of Brian a secret, and is believed they were making arrangements to take him out of the country. Gabby's parents say they suffered emotional distress, you figure, and are asking for an unspecified Jasmine. It's a deer. I've seen those before. They're asking for unspecified amount, but they are not saying exactly how much. I just kind of heard the 100,000. Brian admitted killing Gabby. Let's see what else I can find here. Okay. After 4 months of investigation, authorities announced that they will close the case into the murder on Gabby Petito and her September disappearance after her cross-country road trip. In the statement to from the Denver FBI, saying fiance, whatever, ex date or something, I don't know. Brian Laundrie admitted to killing her yesterday. The family of Gabrielle Petito, literally yesterday, it was just yesterday, and it's just kind of coming out. Yesterday, the family of Gabrielle Petito met with the FBI in the Tampa field office, as the investigation will be closed in the near future. The statement said that they have not identified any other individuals other than, of course, Brian Laundrie in the death of Gabby Petito. So this was all in that notebook that they found. You remember that? They were having to dry out all the pages and stuff. It was, I can't remember if it was right in my bag or if it was right beside him, but they're obviously able to get some information. Sorry, I'm not on the ball here. I'm not ready. This came up and it was like, what? Thursday, March 10th, according to the documents obtained, the bombshell allegations that the Petitos are filing a suit against the Laundries. August 27th, Gabby died at the hands of Laundrie, and he contacted his parents right away and let them know, and they must have gotten a hold of that Bertolini. He's an idiot. Okay, now it says that it was found with his remains, so I don't quite know. The blunt force injuries to her head and neck, like what the hell? What the hell? Oh, there's updates coming all over the place, you guys. The lawsuit says Laundrie sent text messages back and forth between his phone and Petito's phone after her death in an effort to hide the fact she was deceased. The suit also specifically mentions a text Laundrie sent to Schmidt referring, that's the Stan thing again, calling her grandfather Stan. And then there was no service in Yosemite. And the lawsuit says that the Petito family had no contact between the family and Brian after he returned back to Northport alone in Gabby's vehicle. So that means when they all went, do you remember when they all went camping as soon as he got back? Can you imagine what that discussion was? Like, you can't tell me his sister didn't know. I mean, having a fire and eating s'mores? Oh my God, people. Yeah, the suit claims Roberta Laundrie blocked Schmidt's phone number. Like, this just, what are wrong with these people? What is wrong? Who does this stuff? Can you imagine? They're sitting there, haven't heard from their daughter, and this guy returns home. I mean, he's nowhere near the Petito family. So he returns home, makes a plan, and I do believe that the van lifers, if it was not for them, he might have gotten away with this for a while. But Red, White, and Bethune, thank you. Like, the fact that they had that footage, it fixed it. It didn't fix it. It showed exactly where they were and where to start looking. It fixed them on a location. And within no time, they had found Gabby. And I guess probably the Laundries didn't have time to do whatever it is they wanted to do to get that murderer out of town. Christopher and Roberta Laundrie exhibited extreme outrageous conduct, think, beyond, which goes beyond all possible bounds of decency. Well said. And is regarded as shocking, atrocious, utterly intolerable in a civilized community, the lawsuit says. Good job. Petito and Schmidt are asking damages of at least $100,000, according to documents, stating they suffered pain and mental anguish as a result of the willfulness and maliciousness of the Laundries. Yeah, you betcha. WFLA did ask, that lovely Bertolino if he had anything to say in regards to Laundries, and for once he just said no comment. He had nothing to say. This is a man with verbal diarrhea. No comment. So, as I have maintained, or this is what? As I have maintained over the last several months, the Laundries have not publicly commented at my direction, which is their right under the law. Bertolino text. Assuming everything the Petitos allege in their lawsuit is true, which we deny, the lawsuit does not change the fact that the Laundries had no obligation to speak to the law or any third party. Oh my God. Oh my God. The things you want to slap when you're only like thousands of miles away. So he's basically saying that the Petitos, it's baseless. Well, yeah. The guy, isn't he like a real estate lawyer or something along those lines? Good call. Good call, guys. So Petito's mother is saying no comment, saying the claim speaks for itself. They are a gracious family. The way they have handled all of this has blown me away. They have dealt with it with dignity, grace. They're a very good example of how humans should be. So with that, I think I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm going to go digging. I'm working on a couple of things right now, so I'm all over the place. And I'm not up to snuff, but we won't worry about that now, will we? Okay, so that's that. Let's see what else we learn. And let's hope that they get some time for this. It's utterly disgusting, and the Petitos do deserve justice. Absolutely. Great people with a great daughter that happened to get involved with a bunch of whack jobs, and she ended up losing her life over it. The whole family, whack jobs. So with that, thank you for being with me. I do appreciate you. I am going to get back into my other projects. I am going to keep an eye on this because I really would like to see something happen here for the Petitos. And yeah, thank you for being with me. Give me a like, ring that bell, subscribe. It's a great group, and I love spending my time with you. So come on back. But for now, cheers, and we'll see you next time.